Chapter 1. The Distortion of the Eastern Provinces. Episode 2. A Life Without a Seal. Before dawn, the garden was still cold. The rain had stopped, but stopping was all it had done. Nothing had ended. The smell of wet earth clung to the pillars of the residence. In the eastern provinces, things dried slowly. Grass did, roads did, so did people's feelings. Masakado sat at the edge of the earthen floor. He pressed his thumb against the sword's guard, not to test the blade. It was a habit, a way to steady himself. In many moments, habits were more useful than prayers. Outside, a horse snorted. A young stable hand ran past. He lowered his voice as he delivered a message. News spoken quietly was almost always troublesome. From the back of the hall, Yoshikado appeared, Masakado's uncle, the man entrusted with the household. He watched people more than blades. In the eastern lands, that was how one survived longer. "There's someone I want you to meet." The man who entered was small. He wore no armor, only travel clothes and a worn cloak. Neither official nor warrior, yet practiced at bowing to both. Men like this rarely brought good news. He knelt and bowed deeply. His fingers were cracked, hands that used ink, hands that also ran. "Lord Taira, I carry an urgent letter." Masakado did not take it. Yoshikado spoke first. "From where?" "From the provincial office of Hitachi. But there is no seal." The air grew heavy. A letter without a seal was close to fire. What burned most easily was not paper, it was the human heart. Masakado nodded. He motioned for the letter to be placed on the floor. A single sheet lay there, almost like a person. Masakado stood and picked it up. The writing was neat, too neat, colder than a blade. The contents were brief. A dispute inside the provincial office, officials at odds with one another, and within it, Masakado's name. Names were used loudly. The reasons were usually small. Masakado rolled the letter again. "Who wrote this?" The man shook his head. "No name, only that it be delivered quickly." Yoshikado exhaled softly. A convenient way to use someone. Masakado slipped the letter into his robe. "That's enough. Go." The man left without resistance. Those who did not resist remembered longest. When the door closed, the house grew quiet. Not a light quiet, a heavy one. "Are you going?" Yoshikado asked. "Hitachi is close," Masakado said. "The closer it is, the faster the blood," Yoshikado replied. Masakado prepared his armor, worn, reliable, more trustworthy than anything new. "If you enter the provincial office, there will be no return," Yoshikado warned. "That assumes there's somewhere to return to." 3 retainers entered, waiting for orders. "Bring the horses, light gear, few men." Outside, the sky began to pale. Masakado did not look up. 4 horses waited at the gate, not too many, not too few. Masakado mounted. The saddle creaked. He rode toward battle with the sounds of daily life. The road was mud. Hooves broke the earth. Names were dirtied the same way. "You're chasing a letter without a seal," Yoshikado said. "I don't believe it, but whoever wrote it is desperate. And desperate men carry blades." They passed a small shrine without prayer. Prayer was for unseen places. A dog barked. A village was near. Masakado rode on. He did not yet know what awaited him, but one thing was certain. When there is no seal, someone will come to stamp it by force. Masakado moved forward. Moving forward was the one thing that could not be stopped.